Tonight, we have a story so terrifying that it cannot even be told, so instead we will show it to you in the form of a board game. Meet game designer extraordinaire David Thompson. David has invited several YouTube content creators to a small house he has rented in order to show them his brand new game, Zombie Ridge. These YouTube creators are as follows: Grant and Alexander from The Player's Aid, Liz from Beyond Solitaire, Stuka Joe from Stuka Joe, Gary from Aardwolf's Lair, and Mike from My Own Worst Enemy. But just as the group arrives, it becomes clear that David, in creating Zombie Ridge, has also created something disastrous, the zombie apocalypse. How did he manage this? We will never know. Who cares anyway? And so, we begin our story. Can our 7 heroes survive the night?
Okay, definitely not Rod Serling there. More like the narrator from The Sopranos, I think.
Watch your mouth.
Okay, anyway, we are going to start the night. This is a special Redoubt of Horror episode. And we will be playing the night with, as you saw there in the intro, our special guests. So as you can see, the game's not set up yet. We will do that now. There are some special rules in effect here. And the first rule is that David is going to be, David Thompson that is, he's going to be our hero. So in the game you would roll randomly from your 7 characters to determine who the hero is. But of course it's got to be David Thompson in this game, as he is the one who is the designer of Zombie Ridge. So he is our hero. And the other rule is that David must start in the house. So if he ends up, we roll it for him entering one of these outside areas, that's just, we'll re-roll. Make sure he's in his house, because after all, he's the one that rented this house, so he's got to be inside of it. The next special rule is Grant and Alexander, that's Grant and Alexander there, they have to start together. So wherever we roll for, whichever we roll for, they end up, let's say, in the kitchen or the dining room, the other player is going to have to be with them. They are the player's aid, so they will be together when they start. The other thing is that if either Grant or Alexander dies, the other will get a -1 to all their die rolls, because they will be so broken up that their partner is gone that they will get a -1 to their die rolls. So that would be bad news if we lose either one of those guys. And then the other rule is you can have random events in this game. It's an option, and we're going to do that. But the way it's going to work is I'm going to roll, when we come to the random events phase, I'm going to roll this D6. And there is a special My Own Worst Enemy on the 6 side. So if that comes up, there will be a random event that we must deal with. So those are the special rules that are in play for this game. And any other rule I'll make up as I go along. But those are the ones we're going to try to follow. So let's go ahead and set this game up and get our players out. So first we'll start with, where will David go? And so the way we do that, and I've got some colorful dice here. So the zombies will be using the orange die, and our heroes will be using the black die. So orange and black, they're very Halloween-y looking dice. So we are going to roll the human die for the location placement here. So David, where will he go? Now this is, we look at the player's aid card here, you can see there is number 1 there, it says humans, and it shows the die roll and where they could end up. On the map over here, we have a location chart that will tell us where those rooms are. Turn track is up here. So let's go ahead and roll and see where David's going to end up. 2 is the dining room. So David starts in the dining room, and that's actually here. So this is a good thing, because it makes it makes sense. So David would be in here because the front door is here. There's a back door here. So this is the front of the house that he's rented. So he would naturally be in the dining room. I'm going to put him at the door, because he may be waiting on some guests to arrive. So let's grab our next players here. So these are the player's aid guys. This is Grant and Alexander. And we're going to roll to see where they start. 1. So 1 is the kitchen. So they have arrived. They are in the kitchen, probably looking for something to eat or drink. We don't know. We'll just put them in there side by side. Next up, we have Liz. Where is she going to end up? 6, so that is a map entry point. So we're going to roll it again to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where does she end up? 1, so that's going to put her over here at the back of the house. Now, why Liz is sneaking in the back way, I don't know. Maybe she knows something we don't. There is a door back here though, so this isn't terribly bad. There's the door leading into the kitchen, the back porch, so she can make it in that way. Next up is me, Mike, and I have to say that, you know, honestly, if you look at this counter, that's me. I already look like a zombie, so that's not good. So let's see where I start. 6, I'm also starting outside. All right, so let's see where I end up. 3, so I'm coming in from the side. Why I'm sneaking in from the side, I don't know. And next up we have Stuka Joe. Now where is Stuka Joe gonna start? 2, so 2 is the dining room. So Stuka has already arrived. He is inside talking to David about his brand new game. And we will roll finally for Gary from Aardwolf's Lair. Where will he start? 6, so Gary is also starting outside. Whoops, so let's roll this properly here. 2, so Gary is going to start by the tool shed. So he knows something we don't. I mean, he knows the zombie apocalypse has started, so he's probably trying to get some tools. So that's where all of our human players will start. Now the next thing we have to do, we've got to draw 5 items that our heroes can use. We will draw these randomly, and again, we will draw them. They will be placed according to this chart somewhere in the house, or even in the tool shed over here if that comes up. So I'm going to grab, let's see, we've got our dice here. So I've got a cup here full of the items, and we are going to randomly draw 5 of these. We'll do it one at a time. So our first item is, what did we draw here? We drew a machete, so that's not bad. So let's find out where that machete is going to go. I'm going to roll a d6 again. That is a 6, and for the machete, it goes into the hallway. So I'm not sure where the hallway is exactly. 13 is located, well, looking at it, it just says this, this dark strip is the hallway. Why that would be there, I don't know. We'll just put it, maybe somebody dropped it at the door there. So there it is in the hallway. Let's grab our next item. Our next item is a baseball bat. So let's see where that baseball bat starts. We roll a 2, and for the baseball bat, that is the attic stairs. So the attic is here, and looking at the stairs, we're just going to put these right in the middle. All right, so let's grab our third item. Reach in here and randomly grab one. And it is a shotgun. That might come in handy. So let's see where that shotgun's going to go. As I throw the dice across the board. 3. So for a shotgun, 3 is the front porch. So sitting out here on the front porch, for some reason, is a shotgun. Now with the shotgun, we have the shotgun ammo. So we'll have to place the shotgun ammo, and that gets placed just like the other items. So let's roll. 1 for the shotgun ammo is the tool shed. So the tool shed has the shotgun ammo. Let's draw our 4th item. Our 4th item is going to be, if I can grab one of these, the 4th item will be a tire iron. Interesting. So let's see where the tire iron is going to go. 2 for the tire iron is the front porch also. That's kind of weird. So we're just going to place it here off to the side. And our 5th and final item. So what's our 5th and final item going to be? We draw. That is a Colt pistols. That's good. And of course, we've got to grab the pistol ammo to go with that. So let's see. Where is the pistol located? 5. So 5, the pistol is going to start the basement landing. So looking at the map, the basement, so this is the attic going up to the attic. These are the stairs that lead down to the basement. This is the basement square. So the basement landing is here. So that pistol is just laying right there. And the pistol ammo, where's that going to start? 2. So the pistol ammo is going to start in 2. And for the pistol ammo, a 2 is the sitting room closet. And so the sitting room is here, this room, and the closet for the sitting room is right there. So that rifle, not rifle ammo, the pistol ammo is going to go into that sitting room closet. And so those are the 5 items that will get placed for our heroes. Now the next thing we have to place are these keys. So these keys are what our heroes will use to lock the doors. So let's roll to see where we're going to place these. And there is a special chart here for where the keys can end up. So we're going to roll a d6 and see where the keys are located. That is a 4. The keys are located in the office closet. I guess that kind of makes sense. So the office is here. And these keys will be right inside that closet. And now we have some boards to play. So boards can be used for boarding up doors and windows to try to keep the zombies out. We're going to roll 1d6 to see how many of these boards will start in the tool shed. The rest will start in the basement. So let's see how many start in the tool shed. 1 board starts in the tool shed. So it's going to be there with the shotgun ammo. And the rest of these boards will all stack in the basement. So all these boards go into the basement. We have an unwieldy stack on our game board in the night. And our unwieldy stack is boards. A stack of boards. So we have one final thing to place, and that's our first zombie. So 1 zombie will get placed in the map entry area. Now the zombie can only be placed in an area that is not occupied by humans. So we have Mike, Gary, and Liz are in 1, 2, 3. So the zombie can only go in 4, 5, or 6. So I'm going to grab a zombie, random zombie, and zombies have different strengths. There are breaker zombies that are better at breaking doors and that sort of thing. So we're going to grab a random zombie, and we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on a die roll. So we'll use the zombie d6 here. So that is a 1. He's going to start here. He's coming up the front porch, and maybe, or the front door. Maybe that's why David is there at the door. He sees that zombie coming. We are all set up, and now it is time to find out if we can survive the night. I've got the sequence of play here, and we will start. So for the first thing we do in the sequence of play, there's the zombie arrival phase, and we will skip this phase on the first turn. Next thing is the dead human reanimation phase. We will also skip that on the first turn, and honestly, we're hoping to skip that the entire game, but we'll see. Then the next thing we come up to is the zombie action phase. Now, unfortunately, we will have to do this. This is where the zombie will activate and move. So for the zombie movement, the actions are listed here in the rule book on page number 9. And they're pretty simple actions. They're going to try to get to the humans and eat their brains, right? And this little section here just sort of tells you what their priority is based upon where they are on the map. So what we're going to do, in this particular zombie, we didn't really look at him. Now this is not a good zombie. This is a bad zombie, unfortunately, for our heroes to get. So this is actually a breaker zombie who has 3 action points. Most zombies have 2 action points. This one has 3 and a strength of 5. So this is a pretty powerful zombie arriving already. Our zombie gets to go now. He's going to take his action, and he has 3 action points. So he's simply going to, first thing he's going to try to do is go towards a human in line of sight. Now, unfortunately, the doors are all considered open, as are the windows. So the zombie, David's standing at the door, and even if he weren't, the door is the closest thing. So the zombie's going to definitely move towards the door, and unfortunately, David. So the zombie's going to take 1, 2, 3 steps forward. 1, 2, 3. So here comes our first zombie, moving at a speed of 3. Okay, our zombie has moved. It is now time for the human action phase. Now in this phase, unfortunately, all of our humans will not be able to move. We have to roll a d6, and that will let us know how many humans can move. So this could be good or bad, depending on what this die roll ends up being. So we roll. And this is good. 5 humans will get to move. I'm going to mark that on the D6 here, so remember we get to move 5 humans. And let's see what we want to do here now. We have a zombie approaching the door, which is bad, but we also have people outside the house in these zombie entry point areas. We don't want to keep them out there, so we're probably definitely going to want to move those 3 out of the way. And Gary needs to grab the boards and the shotgun ammo and get that back into the house. So let's start with Gary from Aardwolf's Lair. Gary, so the way this works is, and all of our heroes have the same stats, and they have their strength, their combat factor is 4, their action points are 6. So human characters can move on the diagonal, but not through a door or a window. So we can take a Gary and go 1, 2, 3, and to pick up an item is free. So at 3, he's going to pick up the shotgun ammo. 4, he's going to pick up the boards. 5, 6. So he's back at the entrance of the shed with those items that he is carrying. And I'm going to put a red cube to show that he has moved. We have 4 more we can move now. And we have got to get Liz out of this area. So let's move Liz. She's going to go 1. Let's just move her. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's made it into the kitchen with Grant and Alexander. All right, 3 more to move. Well, we've got me over here. I don't need to be outside. I'm going to have to get to the house. Now the problem is there's a zombie out in the way. I really would like to grab either the tire and or the shotgun to get that in the house. I'm not really sure which way I want to run here. This is not a good place for me to be because these are zombie entrance points. I could try to go over here and fist fight the powerful zombie, but that's probably not a good idea. And I could go for the tire iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I can't end up in the same square as another human. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Could also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to grab the shotgun though because I don't have the ammo. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab the tire iron. Now the question is, do I attack the zombie? So the way combat works is you add your attack value. In this case, for me, it's a 4. I'll get +2 for using tire iron, and I'll roll a d6 to add to that. The zombie will get his attack strength, and he'll get to roll a d6 to try to attack me back. All right, so I think, yeah, I'm going to attack the zombie there. So this is a very dangerous thing to do, but hey, I've got to protect our hero David, right? So this will use up all of my action points remaining to conduct this hand-to-hand combat. So we're going to roll the 2 d6s, and we'll add up the numbers to see who wins this. So let's go ahead and roll. Here I go. I'm swinging that tire iron. And oh, so that's actually good. I rolled a 4, plus the tire iron is 6, plus the 4 is 10. So I get a 10. The zombie's 5, plus his 1 is only a 6. So boom, we have eliminated. I'm just going to put this at the top of the map because we've got to count the zombie bodies at the end of this. So we've eliminated 1 zombie, and that will use up another a human, I should say. So we've used 3. We've got 2 more to go. And that's good. I think I might have just bought us some time there. So now let's see. We've done all we could do for the humans that were outside. So let's now have David run grab the shotgun. So David is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will have him go 5, 6. Now you can move through a human, but you cannot stop and stack with the human. So David makes it back inside with the shotgun. He still needs the ammo that Gary is carrying from the shed. So now we have 1 more that we can move. So we need to get these keys and start locking some doors. So let's have Stuka Joe. Stuka Joe's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 as far as he can go. And that's it. That's our human action phase. We've used 5, so let's get the little red markers off. Not a bad start for our heroes. So the next thing we're going to do now is the random event phase. And like I said, I'm going to roll this d6, and on my own worst enemy, we're going to get a random event. Otherwise, nothing. Nothing, so that's good. And then we start back over, right back into the zombie arrival phase. So let's do that. Now the way the zombie arrival phase works is we've got all the zombies in this cup, and I will roll a d6 to determine how many come out. So how many zombies are approaching the house? 5. That is not good for our heroes. 5 zombies are approaching the house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will place these just randomly. I'm going to put them in a pile here. We'll just grab one. So the first zombie is going to go into space number 1, which is back here where Liz was. So fortunately, she got out of there. So this zombie comes in space 1. Our next zombie will go into, space 1. So now he can still go in there. There's an open space. So we've got 2 zombies coming in. I don't know what was happening back there. They must have been chasing Liz, but thankfully she was able to get away. So now we have another zombie to place. 3, so that's over here where Mike was. So again, probably chasing Mike. Another one. 4, that's coming up on the front porch. And then the final one gets placed. 3, so 2 zombies down here. That's not good. Not good at all. So that is the zombie arrival phase. Now we go to the dead human reanimation phase. Fortunately, we don't need to conduct anything in this phase. And now we go to the zombie action phase. So I will just start over here and the zombies will take their action. Now the zombies over here, they can, let's see, where are they going to go? They're going to go for the porch here because they can see Liz at the doorway there. So this one's going to go. Zombies cannot move on the diagonal. They can only move orthogonally. So they're going to have to go 1, 2, and this one can only move 2. The one next to him can also only move 2, so he's just going to follow along. 1, 2. And then we'll go around the board. These zombies will approach Mike over here, me, so they can see me. This one's going to go 1, 2, and the other one's going to go 1, 2. And then this one definitely can see Mike, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. So he actually moves 3. That's a fast zombie. Now I don't think the zombie can attack because he's used all of his points to move. So he used all of his action points to move 3. He needs 1 more action point to attack me, so he cannot do that. So that's fortunate for me. So that is the zombie action phase. Now we are back to the human action phase. So let's roll our d6. How many humans get to move? Roll high. Oh, another 5. That's awesome. So 5, we'll put that out to show we have 5 humans that can take an action. So what do we want to do? Well, first and foremost, this guy's in trouble. That's me. And you know what I'm going to do? Well, I've got 2 more coming in though. I was going to say I'm going to take a thwack at that zombie, but then that would leave me standing on the porch with 2 approaching zombies. I'm not so sure that's a good idea. So let's hold that thought for a second. We have Stuka Joe trying to get these keys. Now he could get the keys, come back and hopefully lock that door. Now when you lock a door, what happens is you put a door lock marker on and a zombie would have to then break down the door to get in. There are 3 doors in the game: the front door, the kitchen door to the back porch, and then the tool shed door, which why you'd want to lock that, I do not know. But those are the 3 lockable doors. The boards you use to either board up a door or a window. And again, the zombies would then have to break through a door or a window. Otherwise, they can just come right through. All right, what to do? So we've got another problem, and that's that Gary is still outside. He has the shotgun ammo that David so desperately needs. Now, the problem is there's zombies already heading towards the house, both this way and this way. So really, Gary can't go either way. Problem is also that he's still in zombie entry areas. So if he's still outside when the zombie entry phase comes back around, he could be even in more trouble. So Gary is carrying, he doesn't have a weapon. That's unfortunate. So he's going to have to, I don't know what he's going to have to do. Let's see. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can make it to the porch. I think we're going to have to do that. These zombies are slow. So let's have Gary go. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and end up at the doorway. So let's go ahead and mark him as moved. That's our first human action. And the player's aid guys, we need to get them moving. They need weapons or maybe get some of these boards. So let's have Alexander run for some boards. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's heading towards the attic as fast as he can. He can also grab that Colt. And then, so that's Alexander. We need to get Liz out of the doorway too. Let's move Liz. She can go grab maybe a baseball bat or a machete. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we still have 2 more that we can move. And we've got a very bad situation here. So let's go ahead and move myself back into the house, I think. So 1, 2, got the tire iron. 3. And for now, we're going to just stop there. All right, 1 more we can move. So we still have Stuka Joe needs to grab the keys, and then we have Grant still sitting in the kitchen. We don't know what he's doing in the kitchen, but I think he's going to have to sit there 1 more turn, whatever he's doing, and have Stuka Joe grab these keys. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Stuka Joe's got the keys and he's running back, and that's all 5 of our human actions taken. And with that, it's time to roll to see if there's a random event. We roll a 2, so there's not. And now we go back to the zombie arrival phase again. So how many zombies will arrive? Let's take a look and see. Oh no, 4. It's just not good at all. Now, one thing I forgot to do, the most important thing, of course, is this is actually turn number 3. We've got to remember to advance the turn marker. This is the start of turn number 3. We want to survive to turn 16. We want somebody around at turn 16 if we're going to win this thing. So let's go ahead now, and we've got our 4 zombies coming out. So let me grab the zombie cup. We will place these 4 zombies. I will grab 4 out of here. All right, where does the first zombie go? Space number 1. There is really something going on here coming from the back of the house. I don't know what. There's a horde coming back from there. You're going to have a problem in the kitchen pretty soon. So the second zombie, 3. And the same problem over here at this side of the house. So this zombie starting at 3. The next zombie, 4. Seems to be a pattern here with these zombies, where they're coming in from. And another 3. So we've got a horde of zombies on this side of the house. So that's our zombie arrival phase. And now we've got to go to the zombie action phase. Actually, if you're paying attention, we would have the dead human reanimation phase, but again, we're safe there for now. So the zombie action phase, we'll just start again over here. This zombie's going to go, he's got 2 action points, 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 2. And back to here. Now this one can actually see through the window. You can see Mike standing back there, can even see David. So this one's going to go, he's got 2 action points. He can go 1. Now it takes 2 action points to actually go through the window, so he's going to have to stop there. This one is going to go, let's see, can he see a human is the first thing we want to be able to check. No. So he's going to want to go towards a window. So I think this one's just going to go 1, 2. Again, 2 action points. All these zombies back here have 2 action points. This one's going to go 1, 2, and this one's just going to go 1, 2. And up here, this zombie is going to go, this one's got 3 action points. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. This one has 3 action points. 1, 2, 3. So we got fast zombies coming into the front door. So that's our zombie action phase complete. And now we go to the human action phase. Let's see how many humans can move. And we're hoping for a very high number here. 2 is not a high number. That's not good. So I'm going to show a 2. Only 2 humans. Ugh. Well, we got a problem with Gary. So we got to get Gary inside the house. I think we're going to have to move Gary. So Gary is still carrying the boards and the shotgun ammo. Now he needs to get that shotgun ammo to David. I think it was David who's carrying the shotgun. So let's see. Now he could also, well, I was going to say he's got the boards. He could also board up a window. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he could board up this window because we got a zombie problem on this side of the house. We got another zombie problem over here. I don't believe he can put boards on that door. I think we have to lock that door with the keys. So actually, no, you can still board up this door. The only thing is you're using up your boards by doing that. Whereas using the key would be a lot better because then we can just do it take it as a free action and not lose a board. So I think we're going to have Gary come in and board this door. So he's going to go 1. Then he's going to spend an action point to board up this door. So that's 2. And he's going to try now to get to David, or get closer to David. So he could go 3, 4, 5, 6. Although that's not a good place for Gary to end up, so we don't want to do that. Can we go the other way? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can get him into there. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's where Gary ends up. And we'll just show him as moved. 1 more person gets to move. Well, let's have Stuka Joe lock the other door. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 to lock the door. So we're going to put a door lock token out to show that door is locked. And now Stuka can move an additional 2. I think he just needs to move back. So 1, 2. Because we got a problem on this side of the house. So that's it. That is the human movement. Only 2 got to move. That is not good. Now we're going to have our random events phase. And no random event. So now we move our turn marker up to 4, and now we go into turn number 4. So zombie arrival phase. How many zombies arrive? 1 zombie. That's a bit of luck there. So let's grab a zombie randomly. Roll the d6 to see where it enters. 1. Oh my gosh. Just an average zombie coming in. All right, so that is the zombie arrival phase. And now we're going to go to the zombie action phase. So this zombie's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And now these other ones, let's see, can this zombie see Gary? Well, the zombie can see Liz, so it's probably going to go 1, 2. And this one could also see Liz. It's going to go 1. Well, it really can't get around that zombie, so it's just going to go 2. And so those are those zombies. Now down here, we've got a bigger problem. Now this one can see Alexander. It's going to go 1. And it's going to have to stop because it can't get through the window with 1 action point. This one can move. It's just going to sit there, though, I guess, because it really... There's no smart way for it to go. I don't think you have to expend action points for the zombies. Actually, I guess what we could do is this zombie has 2 action points. It can go through the windows, so 1, 2, which means now this one can go 1, 2. This one will just go 1, 2. So the zombies are trying to get in. Now this zombie is going to try to break through the locked door. This is not a breaker zombie. So it's going to roll a d6, and on a roll of 6, it will actually break down the door. So it has to roll a 6. Then it doesn't, fortunately. This zombie can move 3. It's going to go 1, 2, and 3 towards the Stuka Joe window there, unfortunately. So that is our zombie action phase. Now back to the humans. Let's see how many get to move. Let's hope for a high number again. 5 is good enough. So we got a 5. I think our heroes are in trouble. It may be too late to board things up at this point, but I still think we need to try to at least grab some boards. I'm just going to have Alexander is going to run to the boards. He's also going to pick up that Colt. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's going down to the basement. So that's Alexander's move. Oops. All right, so Alexander has the pistol. Maybe we can have Gary take the ammo to him. Let's have Liz move. She can grab the baseball bat or the machete, either one. Doesn't matter, both +2. So we're gonna have Liz go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is Liz's move. So she's got a baseball bat and she's at the bottom of those stairs. We're gonna have Gary grab, we're gonna have Gary grab anything. I was gonna say we have Gary grab the pistol ammo. Try to get that to Alexander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be tough. Well, let's have him do it. We're gonna have Gary, he can carry 2 items. A human can carry 2 items. He's still got the shotgun. He's carrying all the ammo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Gary is the armory. He has all the ammo. He's probably, David may be the hero, but Gary is the most important human alive right now, I think. So that is Gary. We still have 2 human actions we can take. We've got some trouble here with David, Mike, and Stuka Joe. And I honestly think we need to get everybody out of this room because these zombies are just going to flood in. Unfortunately, we would have loved to have boarded up all those windows before that happened. So David is carrying the shotgun. He's trying to meet Gary, so maybe we can move David towards Gary. So we're going to go 1, sorry Mike, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So David runs away from Mike, leaving him and Stuka Joe with an onslaught of zombies. And we have 1 more human we can move, and I think So Stuka is fairly protected right now because I don't believe, no zombie can get to him. Is that true? So this zombie's got an action point of 3, 1, 2, and to attack through a window, I believe, is 2 for a zombie. So yeah, Stuka would be protected there for at least one more round. I would not be. This zombie can go 1, 2. Well, actually I would be because he can go 1, 2, but he can't attack. Another zombie would come in right behind, but he can't really go anywhere. So I think Stuka, Joe, and Mike are okay for maybe one more round. So which one of those would we want to move? And then we still have Grant in the kitchen. Grant, you're doing nothing the entire game. Get out of the kitchen and do something. So maybe we have Grant run to try to grab some boards. Maybe you can grab the machete over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would put him in the dining room where all the zombies are, but they couldn't attack him. Because remember, it takes 2 to go through the window, and he only has 2 action points. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get him back there with Gary, Liz, and David to try to get him to the machete. Boy, this is getting tough already. This is not good. Sorry, Grant, we got to get you out of the kitchen. You're not doing anything. So Grant is going to make a run for the machete. So we're going to have him go around this way, the safer way, I think. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's it, right? Yep, 5. And his move was the 5th move. So we're going to get these moved markers off of our heroes, and that's going to end the live human action phase. So now we're going to roll for a random event. No random event. So our turn track now marker is on 5. And the zombie arrival phase begins. So let's see how many zombies are coming. 6 zombies. Yikes. So let me grab one. Grab the first one. It's going to go into space 1. Oh my gosh. Second. Let's go ahead and get the next 5 out so I don't lose count here. All right, so I've got the 5 zombies. Here gets the next one. It's going into 4. Following that theme, it's coming in the front. Here's the next one. 3. Oh my gosh. This is brutal. Next one. 3. I think the dining room is collapsing. I don't think we're going to be able to hold the dining room. 2. Something's coming in by the tool shed. And the final one. 3 again, so it can't go there. It's already packed. 6, so that's over here finally. So we'll put him back here. So that is the zombie arrival phase, and my goodness, this is gonna be bad for the dining room. I think we're gonna have to pull everybody out of the dining room, and maybe try to start boarding up some of the back portions of the house. Maybe we can hole up over here in the, what was that room called? The sitting room. Maybe we're all gonna die in the sitting room. All right, so that's the zombie action phase, or the arrival phase. Now the dead human reanimation phase, and so the zombie action phase. So we will start up here with this zombie. It's gonna go 1, 2. And then here, this one's gonna go 1, 2. This one's gonna go 1, 2. I think that's a window there. I didn't notice that. Is that a window? I cannot tell. I think it is, which is why we wanted to lock that door. This one's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This one is going to go, now can he see anybody? I don't think so. He's just going to go to the closest window, 1, 2. Down here we've got a miss. So this one can actually use 2 action points to go through the window. And this one's going to go 1, 2 to get to that window. This one is going to go 1, 2 towards Mike, but he can't attack because he's only got 2 action points. This one's going to go 1, 2 to get through the window. 1, 2, 1, 2. This zombie is going to attempt to break down the door. So again, he's got to roll a 6. Nope. And so this zombie is going to go 1, 2, but he doesn't have enough action points to attack Stuka Joe through the window. He needs 2 to attack through the window. And finally, this zombie is going to move 2. 1, 2. Now, but hold on here because this zombie attacked or tried to break down the door. That was 1 action point used. He still has 2 more. So I believe they can continue to use their action points until they're out. So this zombie's going to swing again. Again, he's got to get a 6. That's 2, 3. So he does not break down the door. So I've got to remember to use up all their action points. So that zombie, they've all gone. The zombie action phase has ended. Now the live human action phase begins with, oh, thank goodness, 6 humans. And let's use the this die to show that we have 6 moves that we can take. What are we going to do? We've got Stuka Joe and Mike in a bad position here. Alexander is carrying the pistol, but our armory Gary has all the ammo. David is trying to get to Gary, so we need to get Gary to arm these people. Gary needs a machete or something too. He has no weapon other than the ammo, and he can't fling that at the zombies. Although, one thing, so this zombie only has a combat strength of 1. Stuka Joe is, well, he's still carrying keys, but his combat value is a 4. And then I've got a tire iron here, so this one's combat value. We could try to stand and hold the dining room, temporarily at least. It comes with great risk though. Combat, hand-to-hand combat in this game is risky for sure. So the priority here is to get our armory Gary to distribute the ammo. So Gary's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can drop the ammo off as he moves to David. So he's gonna drop the shotgun ammo with David. So that's 4. 5, 6. So he's gonna continue trying to get the pistol ammo to Alexander. So Gary has moved. So that's our first human movement action. We have 5 more. So now we finally have an armed David. Let's get him moving. We'll have him come around this way. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would actually, he's 5 here. It's 1 to shoot the shotgun, I believe. Yeah, it's 1 to shoot a ranged weapon. So he could try to shoot this zombie through the window. He has line of sight. It's at a range of 2. And with the shotgun, a range 2 would be a 4 added to his roll. Yeah, let's do that. So David's going to take a shot at this zombie. So it's way this works is you simply roll a d6 and add your ranged combat modifier. And here they call it, what is it called? An RCP, ranged combat, I forget, let's take a look. Ranged combat points. So he gets to add 4 to this die roll. So he's going to shoot at that zombie. So we're going to roll and add 4. And on a 6 or more, you hit and destroy the zombie. So that is a 9. So this zombie is eliminated. And that uses up all of David's action points. And we get to move 4 more humans. And so we still have Liz carrying a baseball bat. And like I said, we could try to make a stand in this room. Still got a problem back here though. I think we're gonna have Alexander move. We need to get his pistol ammo. So he's gonna go 1 to pick up a board. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So he'll end up here. He can only carry 2 items, so he can't carry the machete. He's carrying the board and the pistol right now. So that's Alexander's move. 3 more can move. I'm still looking at Stuka Joe and myself here in a bad position. And I still think we may want to have Stuka Joe attack that zombie, even though he doesn't have a weapon. It's only got a kind of, yeah, let's have, so, well, again, if you do a hand-to-hand combat, you lose up all your action points. So if he does attack, he's not going to be able to move, which means I would have to eliminate that zombie to prevent him from attacking Stuka Joe the next round. So I think in this case, it's either going to be a case of, do we attack the zombies or do we pull out of the dining room? I think we're going to have to try to make a stand here. So we're going to start, we're going to have, it would make more sense to start down here, I believe, because if I fail this attack and get turned, That gives Stuka a chance to get out of there. So let's do it. I'm going to use my tire iron and take a swing at that zombie. So I get a +2 or +6 to the roll. So let's see. Oh no, the zombie rolls a 6 and I rolled a 3. So 3 plus 6 is a 9. The zombie though rolled a 10. Not good, so that's enough to kill me. So I am gone. The tire iron stays there. So let's get my marker off the board and we will put down a dead Mike marker. I have died. The first to die, yes! So I go down. That's unfortunate. The tire iron stays there. Now Stuka Joe now is in a very bad position. I think he could sit there one more turn though because this zombie, let's see, it's got to move orthogonally, so it can go 1, 2. It would not be able to attack him next turn, but this one would, unless we have Stuka Joe, like I said, try to attack, but the keys do him no good. He's got to roll better than me though, right? So I think, what do I think? This zombie can go, these are all slow zombies with the exception of these two. But if I take that one down, that would be a good thing. We're gonna have Stuka Joe's gonna make us stand here too. We both attacked simultaneously, we'll say. So Stuka Joe is going to try to punch that zombie in the face. So let's see, to attack through an open window, it's a 1. So he's only gonna use 1 action point here, but he can't move, that's right. So it's not gonna matter. So here we go. So that is certainly enough to kill the zombie. So Stuka Joe has 4 plus 2 is 6. The zombie has 1 plus 3 is a 4. So this zombie has been eliminated. Stuka Joe cannot take any further action. And so that was actually a good thing. And what else? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 2 more people that can move. And I think we're gonna have, let's have Liz come into the sitting room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't want to get her too close to the kitchen. I think the kitchen's gonna fall too. Let's have her come next to David for now. 1, 2, 3. So she's just gonna come in here with the baseball bat and ask David, why did you bother to design Zombie Ridge and create this mess? One more gets to move. It's gonna have to be Grant. So we're gonna have Grant 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can only get to here if we move him, but there was a weapon in here, I believe. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all the humans can do this turn. And so that ends the human action phase, which unfortunately resulted in the death of me. Let's keep going here. Random events. Are there any random events? Let's find out. No random event. We'll advance the turn marker up to turn 6, and we will go to the zombie arrival phase. So how many zombies arrive? 4 zombies arrive. So let's pull 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and find out where they will go. First one, space 5. I think that's the first time we've had a space 5 zombie, so he's going to go there. The next one, 2, which is down here by the tool shed. 3, 6, which is over here. And the last one, 2, which is the tool shed again. So that is the zombie arrival phase. Now, unfortunately, we do have a dead human reanimation phase to go through. So here we're going to roll a d6. I'm going to use the zombie d6 for this because it's a potential zombie here. On a roll of 4, 5, or 6, I will reanimate into a zombie. So we're hoping for a 1, 2, or 3. And we get a 3, so I am still dead on the floor. So that's good. No zombie Mike running around. Now we go to the zombie action phase, and we will start back up here again. So we're going to go 1, and this one's going to go 1, 2. Over here, now they can see through the window, so this one's going to go 1, 2 because it sees David. This one's also going to go 1, 2. This one can come through the window for 2 action points, so 1, 2. This one's going to try to break the board. So let's see. Here we go. It's got to get a 6 to break down the... Was that a breaker zombie? No. So it's got to get a 6. No. And it gets another action point to spend. No. So down here, 1, 2. 1, 2. We'll just move them forward. 1, 2. Over here, this one can see Stuka Joe and Dead Mike and Alexander. So which one would it hit for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Stuka Joe, I believe. So 1, 2, at least for this turn. This one can enter the window for 1, 2. This one will now move towards Stuka Joe. 1, 2. And let's see, did we move this one yet? Nope. So it can go 1, 2. 1, it can't get through the window, and then we'll just move this one up 1. This one's going to try to break the door down, so again, it's got to get a 6. It gets three chances though, so 1, 2, 3, and it does not break the door down, and this one's going to go 1, 2, and finally up here, 1, 2. So that is the zombie arrival, or the zombie action phase. Now the humans. So let's see how many humans will get to move. Hopefully a lot again. 3. No, that's not so good. So what will our humans do? Oh, so Stuka Joe is in obvious trouble here in the dining room, and there are now 4 zombies actually in the dining room. There's about that many more trying to get into the dining room. So we may want to consider again pulling completely. Well, actually there could be 5 zombies if I reanimate. So we may want to get Stuka Joe out of the dining room. And let's see, so we still have, Gary is still carrying that pistol ammo for Alexander. He could grab the machete and then run back. I'm looking again because Stuka Joe could pick up this tire iron. So he could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe we want to have Stuka Joe grab the tire iron that's on the floor there next to me and run back into the office there. He could go this way, but then this area is getting awfully clogged. So let's do that. We're going to move Stuka Joe first. He's going to leave the keys there. There's no point in having the keys anymore. So he's going to go 1, pick up the tire iron. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Stuka Joe runs back here with the tire iron. So that is our first action that we've taken. We've got 2 more humans that can move. I think David's going to have to take another shot at this zombie. So again, shooting from a range of 2 with a shotgun. Going to get a 4 to the roll. So he fires looking for 6 or better. Oh my gosh, bad. So that's a 5. Bad shot. So he went, and that zombie is going to come through the window next turn. But he won't be able to attack, so there's 2 to go through the window. We need to get people moving. So we have Gary can run forward and grab the machete and leave the ammo there for Alexander. So that might be the next consideration. So if Gary grabs the machete, I think we're going to have to do that. So Gary is going to run forward, grab the machete. So that's 1. And actually he had the ammo with him. So he's going to drop the ammo and pick up the machete. And that's 1 action. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll bring him back to there. And does he want to go right or left? I think he's going to have to go this way. 6, because we have all these zombies coming in here. So that's our 3 human actions taken. Now we go to the random events phase. Will there be a random event? No. And we'll advance our turn marker up to 7 now and go back to the zombie arrival phase. So how many zombies arrive? 6. 6 zombies arrive. Oh my God. Are there 6 zombies left in the cup? Yeah, I guess there are. There's 35 total if you're wondering. I'm going to grab 6 zombies randomly out of the cup here. And yeah, that's 6. So let's go ahead and play some one at a time. So 4, 4. I think the dining room is toast. 2. I think the back of the house is toast too. I think the whole house is toast. 2. Can't go into 2. Can't go into 2. 5. The final one, 4. Where's 4? 4 is, it can't go into 4. It can go into 6 though. And now, do I reanimate? On a roll of 4, 5, or 6, I reanimate. No, thank goodness. All right, so I'm still dead on the floor. So now we're in the zombie action phase. We will just start over here. So 1, 2. So now we have a zombie in the house. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. Can't attack David because it used all of its action points. 1, 2. This one is going to move this way. 1, 2. This zombie is going to try to break the door down. So again, it's going to get 2 chances. Got to get a 6. 1, 2, and it does. Oh no, it breaks down the door. So that we put a door broken marker on it, which means it just can't be locked, which doesn't matter anyway. The zombie cannot move into the house though because it used all of its action points in breaking down that door. This one is going to go, oh, there's a window right there. So 1, 2 into the window. This one's going to go 1, 2, and this one will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh boy, and now over here. So this zombie cannot see Stupid Joe, but I believe it does. I think it could see Alexander there, so we're going to have it move towards Alexander. So 1, 2. We'll move all the zombies in the room first. Can't go through the center of the table. That's one of the areas you... So there's 5 areas you can't move through in the game. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 the center of the table. So this zombie's going to have to go 1, 2. This one will 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 just have to move up behind that one. This one's going to try to break the door down again, so it's got to get a 6. And it does. Bad news, that door is now broken open. That was only 1 action point, so this one's going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And up here, 1, 2, 1, 2. All the zombies have moved. Now we go into the human action phase. So let's roll. How many humans will get to move? 1 human. This is not good. Not good at all. So I think David is the most at risk right now. And unfortunately, and he's our hero too. So if we lose him, we're going to lose 10 victory points just for that. So that is not good. We're going to have to try to activate David then. Not try to activate him. We are going to activate David. I won't even put the, well, we will. We'll show the 1 right there. So David's going to go. He's going to take a shot. I think he can shoot from 1 to 3 squares. So again, he's got to hit that zombie. Looking for a 6 or better. That is not good at all. He misses again. David, your aiming skills are very, very poor. You're not used to shooting a shotgun, I guess. That's our 1 action with our humans. So now, is there a random event? No. We advanced the turn marker, so we're halfway through, and that's not good. So now we go into the, we go back to the zombie arrival phase. So let's see how many zombies are going to appear. 1. That's a little bit of good news, I guess. So we're going to pull 1 zombie token out. Where does this zombie go? Space number 6. So that's way over here. Now we go into the dead human reanimation phase. We've only got 1 so far. So far, I say. Oh no, so I reanimate into a zombie. So let's grab that marker. So now the zombie mic is on the board. So there's the zombie mic. We'll let you see that close up because it is funny. I look like a zombie to begin with, but now even more so. And that's bad news because now that's another zombie for our heroes, our surviving heroes to deal with. The zombie action phase, here we go. This is not going to be good. This will not be pretty at all. So we'll start up here at the top. This zombie is going to go 1 and attack David because it's only 1 to attack a human. So this will be hand-to-hand combat with this first zombie. Now, David is carrying the shotgun, so the rules state that if you're carrying a rifle or a shotgun, you'll get a +2. It's like the baseball bat. You're swinging the weapon. So let's hope that David is successful here in fighting off this zombie. So he gets a +2. So the zombie is at, that's a very strong zombie. The zombie rolls a 9. David rolled a 4 or a 2, so that's 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, we've lost David. Our hero is down. So David goes down. So we have to replace him with a dead David marker. So David is down and a dead David marker is on the board. That's our hero. That is tragic. We could blame Grant for this, for sitting in the kitchen for so long, but maybe we won't be pointing fingers quite yet. So this zombie has moved, and have I moved the rest of these zombies? No. So this one's going to go 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and then over here, this zombie is in the house, so it can go, it's going to go move towards Liz, so it can go 1, 2. Cannot attack on a diagonal though, so she's safe there. This zombie's going to go 1. So wait, let's move this one first because it can go 1, 2, and then this one would just go 1. Down here, the door is now open, so this zombie can go 1. And I'm assuming, so let's see, the priority here would probably be this way, so 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now over here, things are going to get crazy again. So we'll start with the zombie that can move. This one can move 1, 2. So let's see. So it's going to go 1, 2. And that will not be enough to attack Alexander though, because it needs an action point left to do that. This one's going to go 1, 1, 2. The zombie me, let's see, it's going to go 1, 2. They're all going to go towards Alexander. They know he's there. So 1. This zombie is going to go 1, 2. This door is open, so this one can go 1, 2. 1, 2. Again, they still see Alexander. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Up here, this one's going to come through the window, but it can't attack Stuka Joe on a diagonal, and this one's going to go 1, 2. That is the zombie action phase. How many humans can move? 4 humans can move, and we're getting down to about that many left alive. So 4 humans can now move. So Liz and Alexander are in deep, deep trouble here. So we need to figure out what to do. Now all of our humans, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 humans. And all the boards are down in the basement. We have no boards. This is bad. So we may actually have to try to get outside and just run around the house until we get to the end of this game. So I think we're going to have to do that. I think we're going to try to pull our heroes back into the office. Now we've got a problem over here with the zombies coming through the window. And Stuka Joe still got that tire iron. He could take a swing at that zombie. That zombie behind this zombie is at a 6. He's very strong. This is a problem. So Alexander now has the gun though, so he can carry 2 items. Let's take a look. He's got the boards. He could board up this door. That would slow the zombies down. That's one action. So in theory, he could actually be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could let's have Alexander do that. He's going to board up this door for 1 action point. So he hammers the boards across the door. And with his pistol, so that was 1, he's going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or does he want to go 5? I think we're going to have him go 5. And so wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that allows him to get a shot off. It does. So he will be at range 2 with a pistol. So he'll get a +3 to this roll. So he's going to take a shot at this zombie. Got to get a 6 or greater. He does. He knocks that zombie right out of the game. So this zombie is dead. Alexander has gone. So we have 3 more people we can move. We got to get Liz out of there. So Liz is carrying a baseball bat. So she doesn't want to stand there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she can come in behind Stuka Joe. So let's do that. 2 more that we can move. So we probably want to get Gary. We probably want to get everybody into the office and maybe exit through the window if we can. So we could move Gary and then Grant, who still has no weapon. And unfortunately, he would love to have that shotgun, but it's in the zombie room, so that's not going to happen. So let's move Gary with his machete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to get him in the room and away from that window. And finally, Grant, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just bring him around to here. And that is all we can move. That's our 4. And so everyone except for Alexander are in the office now. And I think we're going to have to abandon the house, which is unfortunate. So that is the live human action phase is over. Let's see if there's any random events. No, we've had no random events. That's good. So now we are up to turn 9. And we have the zombie arrival phase yet again. So let's see, how many zombies arrive? 5 zombies. Let me get those out of the cup here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means there's only 2 left in the cup. Zombie number 1, 4. Zombie number 2, 4. Zombie number 3, 4. Nope, can't be 4. 1. Next zombie, 4. They really all want to come in through the front door. 3, no, that is a 5, which is bad because I think that's where we want our humans to exit that window if we can. And then a 4, nope. 6 is a yes. We can put this zombie over here. All right, dead human reanimation phase. So David, will David Thompson reanimate as a zombie? Let's see. He does. Let's find his zombie marker. So David Thompson, who designed Zombie Ridge, is now a zombie himself. So I'll let you see David zombie. There's David Thompson the zombie in the sitting room with a bunch more zombies. So that is the reanimation phase. And now it's back to the zombie action phase. And we'll start in the zombie room, we're calling it now. Let's start. We will start with this zombie that can see Alexander. So 1, 2. This zombie can go 1, 2. This one will come through the window. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. David zombie, which way will he go? He's going to go that way too. He can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This zombie, well, let's see. It's going to go that direction. 1, 2. This one will go that direction, I believe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then this one will move up to there. And now in this other zombie room, so this zombie can also see Alexander. So it's going to go, well, it can't. There's boards in the way, so that's right. So it's going to try to break down the boards. So it gets 2 chances. It's got to get a 6. no, and no. So I think these other zombies might now try to come back around this way to this door. So this one's going to go 1, 2, and I don't know if these would actually move. This one can't attack the boards. It can't try to break through. I guess it's going to move 1, 2. Zombie Mike will go 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. They're just moving towards the humans at this point. And that one would probably just sit there. This one's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Up here, 1, 2 through the window, and then 1, 2 towards the window. Whew, that's a lot of zombie movement. All right, so that is the zombie arrival phase, or zombie action phase rather. Now we go to the live human phase again. How many humans will get to move? Let's hope it's all of them. This is not good. 1 human gets to move, and I need at least 2 to move. We can do this. We can do this. Let's see. So we've got a zombie here that can attack either Stuka Joe or Gary. Got a zombie here that can attack Alexander. You know what I can do? We can move Alexander. He's got a pistol. So we can move Alexander 1 space and take a shot and try to eliminate that zombie before it can do anything. And that would leave 2 spaces between Alexander and the zombie behind him. So the zombie would move but not be able to attack him. Now, is there any point in getting closer to this zombie? We could come up to here with Alexander. No, I think it's safer if we just move him 1. So he's going to move this way and take a shot at this zombie. So Alexander pulls his pistol and he's at a range of 2. So he gets a 3 added to this roll. Let's hope he's a better shot than David was. So he fires. He is. So he gets a 3 plus 5 is 8. This zombie is dead. Alexander has gone. We can only move 1. So now we're going to roll for our random event. Is there any random event? No. And that's turn marker up to turn 10. Back to the zombie arrival phase. How many zombies arrive? 1. There's only 2 left in here, so we're only going to have 1 more zombie arrival phase, I suppose. This zombie will go into 5. And no dead humans to reanimate. Zombie action phase. So let's start on this side again. So this one's going to go 1, 2. Cannot attack Alexander. The David zombie is going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Remember, they're all moving towards the humans. This one's, I'm going to say this one's going to go 1, 2, because it's almost equidistant, I believe, and the door is the closest thing. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Now down here, this zombie's going to try to break the boards again. Gets 2 chances. No. 1 more. And yeah, so this door is now busted open. So we'll just take the boards off. It's an open door now. But he can't move, so that was just to break it down. So now this one can move. It can go 1, 2. Now here, these zombies can see Gary, so they're going to go 1, 2. And then this one will go 1, 2. Zombie Mike's going to go 1, 2. 1, 1. This one can go, did I move that one? 1, 2. 1. So these are just kind of clogging up here. This one can go, I guess it's just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. I guess they can see Gary through the window maybe. 1, 2, 1, 2. And here, 1, 1, 2. So that is all the zombie action phases. Now let's go to the humans. Let's hope we get a 5 or a 6. They're all gonna die in the office. This is horrible. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be, so Alexander's got the pistol. He's in trouble where he's standing. Gary's in trouble where he's standing. We can move Alexander back one and take a shot and hope for the best. We can actually get Gary out of the window. It's two, one, two, three. So we can get Gary away, so he'd be okay. What is the range on the pistol? 3 to get a 3. So we could have 1, 2. We could have Alexander run back to here and try to take a shot at this zombie. And then get Gary through the window. Let's try it. We got to get out of the office. So we're going to go 1, 2 with Alexander. He's going to take a shot at this zombie. So he's going to get a +3 to the roll, looking for a 6. And he misses. So that was our one human action. We were hoping he would take down that zombie, but he did not. So now we roll for a random event. No random event. We're going to advance the turn marker up to 11. So dawn is approaching rapidly, but so are the zombies. So that was the human action phase and the random events phase. One zombie left. Let's get him out of the cup. Where does he go? Space number 1. All right, so he's in space 1. That's the last of the zombie arrival. So no dead humans to reanimate yet. And now the zombie action phase. So we're going to have to do this in quadrants because we've got so many zombies now. Let's just start let's just start over here. So I'll start this way. This zombie's going to move 1, and then it's going to attack Grant. So it moves 1, attacking Grant, who has no weapons. So this is the combat. Come on, Grant. Grant, yeah, 6 + 4 is 10. The zombie is a 5, but he only rolls a 4, so that's a 9. So Grant, with his bare fists, takes down the zombie. That was good. So now Zombie David, though, he comes in at 1, 2, but he can't attack because he moved 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Did I move this one? 1, 1, 2. These have not moved yet, so 1, 2, 1, 2. This zombie has not moved yet, so it's going to go 1 and attack Gary. So Gary does have a machete. So Gary gets a +2. So he's being attacked by that zombie he gets a +2 to his die roll. Come on, Gary. So 5 plus, what is that? 6. So that's an 11. The zombie only rolls an 8, so boom, Gary takes down the zombie. This zombie can move 2, so 1, 2. Zombie Mike can move 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. And these, we're just going to continue to move. Let's see, would they move towards, I guess they're just, this one can certainly see Gary, so it's going to go 1, 2. And this one, I'm just going to say they're going to follow the noise, right? Actually, you know what, we're going to leave it up to fate. So he's going to go this way on a 1, 2, 3, this way on a 4, 5, 6. He's going to go this way, so he's going to go 1, 2. That's going to block the window. And this one's going to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And then I believe these now have to come in, so 1, 2, 1. Oh boy. So that's the zombie action phase. Now the humans. So I don't know how they're going to get out of this room. We can have Gary try to let's see. Now I don't know what we're going to do. We need to take down a zombie to clear a path. Unfortunately, the zombies that were out here have clogged up this window, and these zombies have clogged up this window. And the only thing left is the closet. That would be bad though, because the zombies are just going to flood into this room now, so not good. So let's have, so who's got the better weapon? Gary's got a machete. Stuka Joe has got a, they're 50-50 there. Liz has got a baseball bat. And Alexander's got the pistol, so he still has the ranged attack. We're going to have to try to clear this window. Let's have Gary move. Well, let's see. Wait, we have, what am I doing? I didn't roll yet. We got to roll the D6, right? We still have to roll to see how many can move, so this could be very, very bad. 4, so that's not too bad, I guess. 5 or 6 would have been better. So 4 humans can take action. So yeah, we're going to have Gary move forward and take a swing at that zombie with his machete. So here we go again. Gary gets a +2 to the roll for the machete. He swings. And what is that zombie? He's a 4, so that's 11. Gary has got 12, so Gary wins again. He smashes this zombie with his machete. And that is 1 action taken by a human, so Gary is there now. Now Alexander can take a shot at the zombie outside. So again, the pistol from range 2, he gets a +3, looking for a 6. That's a 7, so Alexander shoots that zombie. Unfortunately, that leaves him in the room. Now, Stuka Joe, Liz, and Grant. We can have Grant attack David, zombie David, and we may have to do that. So, Stuka Joe is going to take his, let's see. Stuka Joe has a tire iron. Now, the problem here is I want to leave as few people in the room as I can. So if I do this with Stuka Joe, if I have him try to attack David first, then that would leave Grant and Liz an opportunity to run out. Oh boy. So let's have, since Stuka Joe has got the tire iron, I think it's best if he tries to take out David. All right, so Stuka Joe is going to swing his tire iron at David. So here we go. Stuka Joe attacking zombie game designer David Thompson. Oh no, Stuka Joe rolls a 1 and zombie David rolls a 5. So Stuka Joe at 6 + 1 is 7. David rolled a 5 + 4 is 9. So Stuka Joe goes down. That's what I was afraid of, but I don't know if he had much choice there. So Stuka Joe goes down. Killed by the zombie David Thompson, who started this mess with his game design of Zombie Ridge. So that was Stuka Joe's action. And now we have got to get Liz and Grant. So it's down to those 2. I don't know who are going to move here. They're kind of in trouble either way. Although Liz is carrying the baseball bat, so she has the better chances of surviving here. Sorry, Grant, it's true. I think we're going to have to get Liz out of the room. We need somebody outside the house if we're going to plan to have a survivor by the end of the night. So Liz is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see, which way does she want to run? It may be best to leave her closer to the window, 5. Hoping that more people get out. So we're going to go this way, 6, to leave a little bit of room. So that's 4 human actions. And we've lost Stuka Joe. All right, so random events. Are there any random events? Get these dice out of here. No random events. And we will continue now. The turn is on 12. No more zombies can arrive. No, well, actually, yeah, we do have a dead human reanimation phase here to go through. So on a 4, 5, or 6, we'll have a zombie Stuka Joe. All right, so we don't have a zombie Stuka Joe yet. Now the zombie action phase. And we will start, we're going to have to start in the room, and then we'll work our way around. So we'll start with zombie David Thompson, and that is going to attack Grant. So hand to hand, David versus Grant. Who will win the zombie showdown? So here we go. Let's hope Grant. So Grant, yes, he gets a 5 + 4 is a 9. David only rolled a 2. That's a 6. So David zombie is gone from the game. But that's just one zombie, and there's another zombie. So this zombie comes in. 1, and it's going to attack Grant, and it's got an attack strength of 5. So come on, Grant, do that again. He did it again. So Grant manages to smash this zombie. This zombie rolled a 9. Grant rolled a 10. Grant, who was hiding out in the kitchen in the beginning, is now fighting off all the zombies. So that's good. Wait, that's, let's see. These zombies in the hall. So 1, 2, and it cannot attack Grant, right? And then 1, 2. This one's clogged up. So these zombies are all trying to come this way, so they're still kind of clogged here. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Coming around this way now, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm wondering if I forgot that zombie last time, but that's okay. We have too many zombies to deal with anyway. 1, 2. So we're back around this way. We never completed these. This zombie is going to go right for Alexander because it is the closest to Alexander. So 1. And Alexander has the pistol. So the pistol cannot be used as a melee weapon here. So it's going to be simply hand to hand. And the zombie's at a 3 attack strength. So here we go. Come on, Alexander. So Alexander, I believe that's enough. Yep. So that's 2 plus 4 is 6. The zombie rolled a 1. That's a 4. So this zombie is gone. So Alexander survives that one. But unfortunately, Alexander, Zombie Mike goes 1, 2. So now Zombie Mike is trying to attack Alexander. So here we go. Come on, Alexander. Roll high. 3 and a 3 is a tie. So it's 7 to 7. So who do ties go to? The rules say that ties go to the living human. So this is good. So Alexander kills Mike. Leaving, let's see. We have more zombies to go through. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, oops. 2. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. And then 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. So all of the zombies now have moved, and that's actually a good thing. So now we're going to go to the, well, it could be a good thing depending on how the humans roll. So the human action phase, live humans now get to go. Who gets to go? How many? 5. That's awesome. So, and I just realized I probably moved some of these zombies wrong. They actually probably would have come back out through the windows if they could have seen Liz, but maybe they couldn't see Liz because it's kind of a pretty shallow angle of sight there. So anyway, let's get our heroes moving. So they can all move since we rolled a 5, and we have only 4 living now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get, this is a tough one because once we get outside, which way do we go? Because these zombies are going to be pouring out of the house. I think there's more zombies this way. So let's have Liz, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll get her out of harm's way. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gary is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, putting distance between himself and the house. Alexander, with his pistol, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does he take a shot? I think he does. So Alexander is going to take a shot at that window, that zombie at the window. So Alexander fires, gets a +3. That's enough to get rid of that zombie. Of course, it also opens up the window for more zombies to pour through. All right, and then finally Grant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the humans all moved. End of the live human action phase. We will roll for a random event. No random event. No random event the entire game. So we are now turn number 13. We have 4 surviving humans. They are all outside the house. They have abandoned the house. They've lost 3 of their comrades, and they appear to be in trouble. Okay, so there's no zombie arrival phase, as there are no more zombies to arrive. We do have a dead human reanimation phase to go through. So Stuka Joe on a 4, 5, or 6 will come back as a zombie. So he's okay. He's not a zombie. He is still down, though, which is unfortunate. And now we go into the zombie action phase. So let's start with these two. We know what they're going to do. They're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we'll just start in the room here. So this one's going to go 1, 2. This one will go 1. This one will go 1, 2. This one will go 1, 2. 1, 2. This one's probably going to come back out. So it's going to go 1, 2. And then 1, 2. So we've taken care of these zombies. This one just came out. So these zombies are done. This one's going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 2 through the window, as is this one. 1, 2 through the window. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think I've moved all the zombies. And so we'll call the zombie phase now complete and go for the live human action phase here. I'm not too worried about moving all the zombies. I think I did, but whatever. 4. So 4, there are 4. So all 4 humans will get to take an action here. That's good. The question is, what do they want to do? I think they're going to want to try to run this way if they can, because zombies are going to be pouring through this side of the house. And I'm not even sure. Let's see. We don't want Alexander to stand there and fire because, let's see, how far can he get? You can run past zombies, so that's not a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could have him come here, but no, that's not going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And take a shot at one of the zombies. And let's do that. So Alexander is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he can take a shot at a zombie from there. So who's he going to shoot? We'll put a move marker on him. 2 to that one. 1, 2, 3 to that one. Let's go for this one since it's closer. So he's going to fire his pistol looking for a 6, and a 2, I believe I said was a 3. Yeah, so he's going to get a 3 to the roll. 3 plus 3 is 6, so this zombie is gone. Next, we're going to have Liz move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you're wondering, it looks like I'm moving through a vehicle. I'm not. This is just decoration according to the rules. So it's just for atmosphere. That's the only places, like I said, you cannot move through are the center of the table and these 2 fireplaces. So this is a legal move. So that's 2. And now Gary, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's move him back to here. So our heroes are bundling up together, huddling together, I should say. And then Grant, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4. So that was our 4 moves. Check for random events. No random event. Move the turn marker up. We're getting close to dawn. No zombie arrival. Dead human animation. Does Stuka Joe come back as a zombie? He does. All right. Stuka Joe is now a zombie. Now the zombies get to move. So we'll start with the closest ones first. This one can move 2. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And the rest of the zombies will just try to get closer to the humans. So 1, 2. This one will probably go ahead and go through the window. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. The new zombie Stuka Joe will go 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, because he's probably going to try to come through that window. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And these zombies are still just shuffling around trying to get outside. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, because they can now see the human activity out here. 1, 2. And that's really all the zombies can do because the humans are now all in the front, so they're all trying to get to the humans. So that's the the zombie action, zombie action phase. So now the humans, how many can move? 4 again. That couldn't work out any better. So 4. Right off, do we have Alexander sit there and take a shot? No, we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. If we stop him there, that'll still get us 3 to our die roll. So let's do that. Alexander is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He will stop there and take a shot. I don't want to pull him too far ahead. We got more zombies out there. So he's going to take a shot at this zombie. Gets a +3. More than enough to take out that zombie. Next, Liz is going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have her stop there. Grant is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, Gary will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keeping our group together. So that's going to be 4 moves for the humans. Random events phase. Any random event? Nope. Advance the turn marker, and now we will go to the zombie arrival phase. No more to arrive. No more humans to reanimate, so the zombie action phase. We'll start with the ones closest to our heroes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then working our way around this way. 1, 2. I think this one's going to come back this way. 1, 2. Stuka Joe zombie is going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. So now they're kind of flowing towards this direction. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I believe I've accounted for all the zombies. It's not a huge deal because we're approaching the end of the game anyway. So that's the zombie action phase. How many humans can move? 6. That's awesome. So 6, and now how do we want to move the zombies, or the humans, I should say. So we have some zombies here we got to take into account. So I think we do still kind of want to keep running around the side of the house as the horde chases us this way. So let's move, let's see. Liz, we don't want to get too close to the windows though, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can come back around this way, or we could huddle here. We've only got one more turn to go through. So we could pull back here and just have the zombies come towards us. So maybe that's what we do. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that puts all of our heroes in the corner. And we will roll now to see if there's a random event. No random event. That brings us up to the final turn. No zombies arrive, no humans to reanimate, so now we just have one more zombie action phase to go through. Not really worth going through. It would be basically 1, 2, 1, 2. So the zombies would not be able to reach our humans by the end of the turn. So we're going to skip the rest of the game, or the rest of this turn, because the game is, for all purposes, over. So how did we do? We had 4 people survive. Unfortunately, the hero of the game, David Thompson, did not. So let's add up our victory points. Okay, so we lost our hero. That's 10 points we're not going to get. 4 humans survived, so it's 5 points per human left alive. The player's aid guy survived intact. I can't believe it. So for those 4 humans, we're going to get 20 points. Now, for every zombie killed, we're going to get 1 point, I believe it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 plus 20 is 36. We looked that up on the victory chart here. A 36 equals a terrible. And it's a terrible because not only did we lose our hero, we lost 2 other content creators along with the hero. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this game. If you are one of the content creators featured in this game, I hope you're okay with it. It's all in fun. I hope you don't get offended if you became a zombie. But if you're not a content creator that was featured in this episode, beware. If you're not a game designer that was featured in this episode, also beware. If you're anybody I know, beware. You may appear in a future episode of Redoubt of Horror. Thank you everybody for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next Halloween.